What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today, Stan Lee's daughter, JC Lee, rips Marvel and Disney. No one could have treated my father worse. Boom! That is a critical hit right there from someone with a lot of clout. Now, I have been complaining about Disney for about, 2 years now on this channel, and now we're seeing people with a lot of relevance. We're seeing people from the Disney family go after Disney. Now we're seeing Stan Lee's daughter go after Disney. It's just a matter of time before we're all proven right, which I think we already have been proven right. But this right here, this is a big blow right here to Disney. So let's jump right into it. God, Pelosi. Well, anyway, Stan Lee's daughter, JC Lee, ripped Marvel and Disney executives while siding with Sony in their dispute over Spider-Man being in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. JC spoke directly or with TMZ about Spider-Man exiting the MCU after negotiations between Disney and Sony fell apart. You like how I read that backwards? Whatever. She stated, Marvel and Disney seeking total control of my father's creations must be checked and balanced by others who, while seeking to profit, have genuine respect for Stan Lee and his legacy. I want you to just replace Stan Lee and his legacy with George Lucas and his legacy, and you can get the same exact context there, because this is what they're doing. Ever since Bob Iger has started buying up all of these properties, I was dumb enough to believe that maybe this was actually going to be good, but it has been proven that it's not good, and that Bob Iger has no interest in respecting any of these characters or their legacies. And she is 100% spot on right there. 100%. And it's just disgusting, man. The same thing is going on with Star Wars, and that's what we've been talking about for a while. She continues, whether it's Sony or someone else's, the continued evolution of Stan's characters and his legacy deserves multiple points of view. She adds, when my father died, no one from Marvel or Disney reached out to me from... Whoa, hang on. Nobody from Marvel or Disney reached out to the family, to the daughter of Stan Lee? That just confirms everything that I've said about how they love to get on social media, talk about how woke they are, talk about respecting women and respecting the family and respecting this, respect that. But in reality, they don't believe anything they say. It's all projection. It's all virtue signaling. It's all meaningless garbage to cover up the fact that they have so many skeletons in the closet. I have been saying this nonstop, and here you have a classic example. I'm sure they wouldn't have mind, publicly saying something, but in private, when you can privately reach out to someone, when you're not trying to get credit for it, oh no, they don't want to do that to the daughter of Stan Lee. Ridiculous. JC concluded with some fiery words aimed at Disney and Marvel. In the end, no one could have treated my father worse than Marvel and Disney executives. Bam! Boom! Like, here's what's funny about this. So, there's this guy, and I made a video on this yesterday, Jeremy Conrad, blue check mark extraordinaire, Jeremy Conrad from MCU Cosmic, I think, and he was having a mental breakdown on Twitter when the news of Spider-Man no longer being affiliated with the MCU happened. Mental breakdown. Total just meltdown. It was the greatest thing. It was reminiscent of the 2016 election with the far left just losing their minds and crying and just throwing attacks and retweets and everything. So this guy went on a Twitter meltdown yesterday, basically throwing all the blame over to Sony's direction. I wonder what he's saying now. I would have to go into my backup Twitter account because he has me blocked. And what's funny about someone like him is I wouldn't even know who you were. I wouldn't know that you exist. Except the fact that when you blocked me, I saw someone retweeted you, and I looked and go, oh, okay, this tweet's not available, wonder why, and look into it, and this guy that I've never talked to blocked me, a blue check mark extraordinaire. So he blocked me. Now I'm aware of you. Now you've painted a target on your back because you were stupid enough to block me and put you on my radar, and now, yesterday, let me see, I made a video talking about him and John Campea and their little meltdowns on Twitter. It's been up less than 24 hours, or around 24 hours probably, and it has 52,000 views right now. Thank you for the monetization. It's easy to monetize stupidity when you're like that, so thank you, blue check mark extraordinaire Jeremy Conrad, for being dumb enough to block me and then making me aware of you, therefore I can make money off of your stupidity. It's a win-win for me. Anyway, but I'd love to see, I wonder what his response is now with Stan Lee's daughter actually siding with Sony. because he was all crying saying,
I will no longer cover Spider-Man if he is not affiliated with the MCU. I will take my little bitty ball and I will go home.
he was so pathetic yesterday on Twitter. Truly, go through his feed. I mean, the guy's got like hundreds of thousands of tweets. And he lives on Twitter. If he didn't have Twitter, he would not have a reason to live. This is one of these crazy blue check mark extraordinaires. So anyway, before JC made her her comments to TMZ, Hawkeye actor Jeremy Renner took to Instagram to ask Sony to bring Spider-Man back to the MCU. Renner invoked Stan Lee, writing, "Hey Sony Pictures, we want Spider-Man back to Stan Lee and Marvel, please, thank you." I wonder what she'll think about that. All these Trump things, man. God dang. Anyway, reports about the split between Disney and Sony indicated, let's see, Disney wanted a larger take at the box office cut. Deadline initially reported Disney wanted a 50-50 cut, co-financed the deal, while the Hollywood Reporter indicated Disney wanted at least 30% take. Sony reportedly offered to continue the current deal, which sees Disney take 5% of the first dollar gross. Disney allegedly rejected that deal. Multiple petitions have been signed to get Spider-Man back in the MCU. The largest currently has upwards of 75,000 views. What do you make of JC's comments regarding Spider-Man in the MCU? What about her comments regarding Marvel and Disney's executives? Well, it's interesting. So if you got to get into these details right here, I mean, Disney clearly is okay. And I talked a little bit about this, but this is a complicated situation. Spider-Man, to me, he is box office gold. Even through the bad movies, he still makes like $700 million. That's like the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. Terrible movies, but they still made like $800 million. I know Spider-Man 3 is kind of widely considered to be the worst, but even then it was coming off of the success of 2, which is an all-time great comic book movie. So it was definitely going to do well. But so Spider-Man is box office gold, but I don't think that Spider-Man would be making $1 billion like Far From Home just did without being involved with the Avengers and with Endgame and everything like that. So Kevin Feige's fingerprints are kind of all over the live-action version of Spider-Man right now, and that has to be taken into account. I think Sony is looking at it going, we have Spider-Man. He's an A++ character. He's like top tier with Batman, Superman, and Wolverine, and the X-Men. He's top tier. He's in that, upper echelon. So they're thinking, hey, he's hotter than he's ever been. We just made $1 billion. We can take him now, and we can get all of the profits. Whereas Disney is probably being super stingy because they feel that they had a lot to do with Spider-Man making $1 billion. So Disney wants a bigger cut. I think Disney does have a valid argument here. Again, if the stories that we're hearing is true, and this is all speculation, if the story we're hearing is true, then was there any more to it? No, that's it. Okay, so if the story is true, I think Disney has probably a more valid argument, but I think Sony looks at it and goes, hey, you know what? You guys are just going to, ruin another character. We're not in it for that. You guys can just take your little bitty percentage and we'll take care of everything. I don't know. Maybe there was creative stuff in it. At the end of the day, Disney has burnt a lot of bridges, it seems like, and a lot more people are getting frustrated with it. So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. I want to see how the blue check market extraordinaires actually respond to this because they're having meltdowns on Twitter all over the place. But at the end of the day, Stan Lee's daughter puts you on blast. You deserve it. You deserve it, every single bit of it. And it's really pathetic that no one from Marvel or Disney decided to reach out in private after the passing of Stan Lee to wish his daughter the best wishes or to see if she needed anything. Absolutely pathetic. Either way, you guys have a great day. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you side with Disney? Do you side with Sony? What do you think? Let me know. And, don't forget the female Thor for Taika Waititi. Taika Waititi, director of Thor, Love and Thunder. He doesn't like it when we call the female Thor. So it's female Thor. Female Thor. Shout out to Taika Waititi. You can't stop us. The worst thing you can do on the internet is to tell somebody not to do something, because we're going to do it constantly then. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Hey everyone, it's Jeremy from geeksandgamers.com, and if you're a fan of Geeks and Gamers, please go to our website, visit our merchandise store. We have t-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, tank tops, and in the very near future, we're going to have many more products for you to choose from. So thank you for the support. We appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.